Closed. Go away.
Not until you tell me why you arrested my son and didn't call me.
Wasn't my call to make. And you already had his father and stepmother there.
Yeah, I know. Taya's the one that left me the message. She also told me that he was released without any charges being filed, which means he didn't do anything wrong, John.
Except kill Gigi Marasco.
What are you doing out here alone? I thought you were like Sam's imaginary friend. Have you been crying?
No, it's the chlorine.
Jack, come on. Talk to me.
Because of Sebastian.
Sebastian who?
Say, I've been looking all over to tell you about money. Wait, if it's not about that, what's going on? What's got you so upset?
What else? Todd.
Hey, where the hell's Blair?
You don't see her, she's not here.
Hey, you know, I could buy this establishment and have you fired.
Or you could order. What's it gonna be?
Single malt rocks. Hey there. Hey, man. Glad I recognized you there. You're the guy that switched my niece Jessica's paternity tests, right?
And you're the one that couldn't get along with his wife. Man, I feel your pain.
Christian!
Rama, what are you doing in the men's steam room?
I've been looking for you everywhere since you walked out on me at Capricorn. I want to explain.
Explain why you lied to your husband about being pregnant? So you can go to jail in Clint Buchanan's place and you can get rich? Sure. Go ahead. Explain to me what kind of person would use a baby to destroy someone else's life.
Thought you'd be at the hospital.
Yeah, I was going crazy, waiting. You know, Dad's gonna be in surgery for hours. It's so great. Rex changed his mind about the transplant.
I know. Jessica told me.
You spoke to Jess?
Yeah, she called. She wanted to know if I was sorry for sleeping with you.
Well, that's good. That's good. You guys can put all this in the past and get back together.
Actually, no.
Why not?
I couldn't tell her I was sorry. Because I'm not.
Are you still arguing with your wife?
Still? When does it stop? Hey, didn't you do a little time for that DNA switcheroo?
Yes. I took the fall for Clint Buchanan in order to provide for my wife and the baby that she told me that we were having, but it turns out she wasn't even pregnant. She sold me down the river for money.
Well, don't be too hard on her because people do all kinds of things for money. I was counting on that. Just recently, I solved a little problem I had. I just can't figure out why my wife doesn't understand that what I did was for the best. What's going on with Todd? You're Jack's lawyer, which means everything he has told you and everything I have told you is confidential. You may not repeat it, ever. Got it?
We had a disagreement over parenting.
Parenting.
Yes, I doubted some of his choices regarding Jack.
Well, Blair's had concerns about him for a while now. Sure something else didn't happen?
I can't really discuss it.
All right, well, I'll try to respect that for now. But I'm sure whatever it was, I would take your side because you, Mama, are a great mother.
Well,
Yes, you are. Which means I think you probably make an amazing aunt.
what are you talking about?
Sebastian?
Yeah. You've said that name twice now. I have no idea who that is.
He's my son. Look, let's not go in yet.
Where else are we supposed to go?
We'll just stay out here for a minute. It's a nice night.
You don't want to deal with your father, do you?
Okay, you're right. It's just too weird to accept Tomas as my father. Anyway, I don't want to talk about him.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Your sister, Star.
Jack, what's going on?
You don't know? Shane Marasco's mother is dead.
She's what? Gigi? What, was she in an accident?
She was locked in a room with carbon monoxide.
Oh my... Jack, that's horrible! Why are you taking this so hard?
Gigi followed an internet exchange meant to lure Shane to an abandoned house where she was exposed to carbon monoxide.
McPain arrested me for kidnapping and murder. He treated me like I was public enemy #1. He was gonna put me in jail. And those MyFace messages, they didn't even come from my computer.
No. They couldn't have. I banned Jack from using the internet. I've checked it every day.
The messages originated on a friend of Jack's computer, this kid Brad. Brad took credit for the whole thing. He claims Jack had nothing to do with it.
I have a son. His name is Jack.
So when the jackass figured out he falsely accused me, they let me go.
Oh my gosh. Gigi. She was so young. I can't even imagine how tough this has got to be on Rex and Shane.
Don't you think I know that?
God, this is awful. As if Shane hasn't been through enough. God, I'm so relieved that Jack's not involved in any of this. You said that Brad confessed all of it.
He lied. His old man sold him out. I mean, after Todd made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
You think Todd paid Brad's father off?
You do the math. For the time being, Jack got away with murder.
Look, I know what happened between us meant something to you. It meant something for me too, but that was before Jessica came back.
Her coming back made things clear for me.
Meaning?
Jessica and I can't go back to the way things were before. Too much has happened. I think we both just felt that on the phone. I know I did.
But you haven't even really tried.
All I've done is try. Too many things are different now. Including the way I feel about you.
I'm sorry I lied to Bimal, and I'm very sorry I lied to you.
That's not an explanation.
Yes, but it's true.
I've been your shoulder to lean on. your support. I've been your friends.
I know, and that meant so much to me.
You've got some way of showing it.
I never meant to hurt you.
You did more than that. Hell, you even got me thinking that you were doing something noble, keeping Vimal in the dark about your pregnancy. That you were just giving him hope while he's stuck in prison.
I know I should have admitted the whole story to you when I told you I wasn't pregnant. But I didn't want you to see me as a selfish, horrible, greedy person. Especially when I was starting to have feelings for you.
I know that my marriage to Rama was arranged, but I really thought that she'd grown to love me.
Hey, Vin. I'm going to love you. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm absolutely sure my wife loves me.
Is this the wife you said was great but scary? Man, in this country, marriages are here today and gone tomorrow.
Welcome to the club.
Well, whatever your wife did to make you miserable, at least she didn't invent a baby and then dash all your hopes and dreams. All I wanted, all that I wished for, was a sweet, innocent child. A son.
Yeah. You should be careful what you wish for, Ben, because sons don't stay innocent forever.
Now I know why I got 7 missed calls from you in the past 24 hours.
I didn't feel it was right to leave you a voicemail about a nephew you didn't know anything about. A son I didn't even know I had.
And a wife?
Ex-wife. And I still can't believe you had lied to me all those years. She kept me from having a relationship with my own child.
Who would do something like that?
Your situation was different. The two of you were living on separate continents. Besides, Danny likes Todd. Sebastian hates me.
That was not always the case, hermano. Danny used to hate Todd. Give it some time.
He and we don't even speak the same language.
What, French? I thought you were fluent.
I'm not talking about that, and Sebastian speaks English. But I speak Rembrandt. He speaks remix. The only reason he's living here is because he wants to work on his music.
Oh, he's a musician too.
Yeah, and he's stubborn too. Once he gets an idea in his head, he can't let it go.
What about Star?
Why'd she have to run off from the party so early?
Oh, she probably had to get home to Hope.
Who's Hope?
Her daughter.
Her what?
Her daughter, my niece.
Star's a kid? No, but she and James, they never slept together.
No. James isn't Hope's dad. And how do you know the other stuff?
I kind of overheard her talking to one of her friends on the phone at Landview U. I mean, I figured she was just some typical bubblehead American chick gossiping about guys all day.
Well, she isn't.
Yeah, I get that now.
And like I said before, Star's with James. So don't go getting any ideas.
Jack, I know all about what went down between you and Shane, but I also know that you would never put someone's life in danger. Not on purpose.
No one could have known there was carbon monoxide leaking. Oh, it's Mom again.
You gonna get it?
I can't. I don't need anyone else getting all over my case.
Give it to me. Hi, Mom.
Star, I'm looking for Jack. There's been some trouble.
I know. He's here. I'm with him. We're at the pool.
Okay, well, then I'll head right home.
Actually, maybe you should wait a little bit.
Wait, why?
I got it covered, Mom. Jack and I are talking.
Okay, I'll give you guys some time.
Thanks. So Brad's in jail.
I guess so.
There are worse places than jail. And I'm wondering if you're in one of them now.
Even if this was an accident, I have a son who may be responsible for a woman's death and an ex-husband who's trying to cover it up.
I don't know what to tell you.
What am I going to say to my son? What? I'm almost glad I didn't have to go home. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Start with having a drink on the house.
Oh my God. I can't believe Gigi's gone. I think the last time I talked to her, I was defending Jack. To her.
One of the last times I spoke with Gigi, she was standing right over there and I fired her. Being a good friend to Natalie and not telling me the truth about Liam.
Right before Jessica came back, you and I were talking about being a family, you and me and Liam.
What we were doing right before Jessica came back was making love, and not because we were drunk and hurt like the first time. This time it was because of our feelings for each other. There was something real there.
I know.
And we talked about seeing where it could go and where we could go together with our son.
I remember, but that's impossible now.
Is it?
I hope it's all right if Sebastian stays here with me.
Well, of course, he's family. Here's to family.
Familia. Sure Todd won't object?
I won't let him. Besides, Sebastian is Daniela's cousin. Todd only objects to young men he considers threats to his daughter.
I can see that you're suffering. And obviously you are keeping a lot inside of you right now. You just need to talk about what happened.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Jack, that's too bad. I'm not a cop. I'm not even your parent. I am your sister. You could tell me anything.
Right. Because you'll understand.
Try me.
How can you? All my life I've heard I'm just like Dad. And then when I am just like Dad, everyone just freaks out.
You don't think I've gotten that? He's my dad too.
You don't do anything wrong.
Are you kidding me? We all make mistakes. We screw up. Sometimes really bad. You just have to learn from your mistakes and then you can turn them around.
What do you call this? Psych 101?
No. I call it growing up, Manning.
Are you having trouble with your son?
No, not anymore. In fact, the reason I'm here is I want to tell his mom that things are okay with him.
I'm here looking for Mr. Best Arms, Christian Vega.
Really? What do you want with him?
I want to confront him about attempting to seduce my wife. Although now I'm starting to wonder if it's all as one-sided as Roma told me.
No, man. I would not trust your wife with Christian Vega. He took every opportunity he had to sleep with my ex-wife. I bet you right now he's got those big arms around your wife right now.
I know you were starting to care about me. Our kiss, I know that meant something to you. You told me you couldn't stop thinking about it. And when you heard Vimal left me, you suggested we should be together.
Yeah, right before you told me who you really are.
You don't know who I really am and where I come from or why I need that money.
Then tell me.
Gigi.
God, I hope that you're wrong about all this. But if you aren't, I'm not gonna let Jack and Todd walk around like nothing ever happened.
I'm gonna take you at your word.
What are you doing here? Alone? I just figured you'd be with Kelly, after she was out of the hospital.
Nope. Another one kicked me to the curb.
Does that mean you're getting back with Natalie?
Brody, I can't be in a real relationship with you.
Because you still love John?
No, that's over. For good. John made that very clear.
Then
It doesn't mean that it wouldn't still hurt him to see us together. And obviously, the bigger issue is Jessica.
who left me?
Because she was upset.
Exactly. She didn't think our relationship was strong enough to stick around for us. She let that maniac Tess run around with Ford and Cutter and God knows who else instead of coming back to me.
Okay, but she's back now.
She's no different than John. He didn't think your relationship with him was worth saving either.
So we're just supposed to forget about them?
No. But why should we keep worrying about hurting the people who've hurt us so much, who had no problem moving on to other people? Don't we deserve the same chance to have something for ourselves?
Honey.
Look, there's something between us, Natalie. And our son is a big part of it. And we can give him a family. You know, a mother and a father who care about each other. More than care about each other. We both know it. We both feel it. I meant what I said that night. I want to see where this can go. I want to try to build that family. But if you can't go there because of Jessica and John, I'll understand. I'll back away and never bring it up again. What does that mean?
It means that you're right. We didn't see this coming. We didn't plan for it, but here we are, and something's happening, and we shouldn't run from it.
And I don't want to. For the first time in a long time, I feel good, really good, and that's because of you and our son.
I know. I feel the same way too. You know what? I'm tired of feeling like everything I do is wrong. I mean, yeah, we could spare everyone else's feelings and move apart, or we can accept how we feel and try to build a life for our son. And Liam deserves to have a family.
And his parents deserve a chance to be happy.
Yeah, you're right, they do.
You know, it's not going to be easy. A lot of people are going to be judging us.
Ain't my first rodeo. Jessica hates my guts. And John has absolutely no right to object.
And I'm probably not drunk enough to start talking about me and Natalie.
But you're thinking about her, I can tell.
Oh, you can tell.
Yeah, I can. You've never been able to fool me, John.
No, ma'am, I never could. You know, I ran into her the other day at the hospital. And we were talking, and it was as close as we've been since...
Since you found out about Liam?
Yeah. You know, there was a moment there when I was just looking at her, and everything seemed right again. And then something snapped inside, and I was reminded that...
She lied to you about him.
Damn, you're good.
That's what they say.
I know they do.
So why don't you tell me? Why don't you talk to me about Liam?
You know, when I look at Liam, I just wish...
What?
I wish I was a better man. But you know, this is the way it is. And as much as I'd like it to be different, you can't change what's happened.
John, you are a good man. You are a fine man. But you're a damn fool if you have a chance at happiness and you let it pass you by.
I don't want to justify why I did what I did. I did it, and I guess that was unforgivable.
I was in Vimal's shoes once, you know. In love with a woman who let me believe that we could have a future. Who told me one thing when the truth was something else altogether.
Deeply sorry. Vimal did not deserve what I did to him. He's a good, kind man. And you didn't deserve to be hurt by thinking that there could be something more between us.
Christian Vega can have Rama, and then he can leave her for another man's wife.
No, I don't think you really mean that.
Of course I do.
Relax. No, I think what's gonna happen with you is you're gonna make it up with your wife and get back together.
Never. May she be reincarnated as a mosquito on the hide of a buffalo.
I think you really love this woman.
No, to hell with love, and to hell with lies.
Well, I don't think you should knock a really nice lie. They can be helpful. You just have to make sure that the only ones you tell help you, and the ones you care about.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought I was doing when I took the fall for Mr. Buchanan.
Rule number 1, my friend. You tell the lie to stay out of jail, not to get in one.
Does that work for you?
Sometimes.
Man, where were you when I needed this advice?
I know. But look at it this way, you're better off. What's her name? Rama. Well, you see her for who she really is.
That's right. Rama is gone. And what about you? Are you going to be able to work things out with your wife?
Oh, yes, yeah. We always work things out. She eventually cools down. I think she'll see that I'm right. I mean, I did what any good father would do.
Man, why do you sound so unsure?
Tomas, I will do everything I can to help smooth things out between you and your son.
Thank you. But I should warn you, he's not gonna put this tactfully. A handful.
As I recall, so were you. He's probably also a handsome charmer, just like his papi.
Mom!
Hey! Hi.
Taya, this is my son Sebastian.
I told you I prefer Baz. I guess you weren't paying attention.
This is your Aunt Taya.
Oh, yeah. This is the sister that you abandoned and didn't care about for most of your adult life.
Yeah, that's me. Baz, we're actually working through things, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's really nice of you. So you didn't know you had a kid, but what's your excuse for erasing your sister from your life?
See? A real charmer.
Growing up Manning. It's a curse.
I know it feels that way sometimes, but really it is a blessing.
How do you figure that?
We've seen the ugly side of life, and it makes us strong. Stronger than most, strong enough to tackle any obstacle, even a sometimes bad example our dad sets.
Yeah, easy for you to say. You're not working as an indentured servant at the Sun, 24/7.
Well, it's better than being shipped off to Hawaii, which is exactly what Dad was going to do to me when I got in trouble.
You were never in trouble like this. Even if Dad was...
Even if Dad what? Dad got you out of it?
I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I swear, I didn't.
Relax. My marriage is gonna be fine. I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried about mine either. Because there is no hope for it.
There you go.
Thank you.
To not worrying.
Yes. To not worrying. Man, what the hell am I gonna tell my parents?
Your parents, why are they here?
No, not yet, but they're on their way over from Mumbai to meet their grandchild.
Tell them the party's off, that's all.
I can't do that. Do you know what it is to come between Indian parents and their first grandchild?
You know, I'm guessing it's not good with your parents.
No, I'm usually a very even-tempered man.
Yeah.
But what Rama did to me, it makes me so mad that I
Now? Okay. Honey, take her easy. I have some advice for you. Don't get mad, get even.
Are you gonna take revenge on your wife?
No, sir. Not my wife. John McBain.
You and Kelly didn't work. You and Marty didn't work. Ditto with us. But John, you and Natalie, you worked. And listen, I wouldn't be telling you this if you weren't my dear friend that I cared deeply about. But you have got to get over yourself, if you want to have a life, if you want any chance of a future with someone else in it. All right, you know what? I've given them enough time. I've got to I gotta go home and deal with my son.
Yeah, good luck.
Of all the times for me to be out of town, so I don't like this to happen.
Hey, where were you?
I was in New York with Tomas. Sort of.
How's that going?
I know you don't trust him, but Todd did clear him of the shooting.
Okay.
But I like the guy. And I know he has a lot of secrets.
Sebastian, where are you going? Didn't your mother teach you any manners?
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. May I be excused, Aunt Taya?
Yes, my darling nephew. And Baz, I really do look forward to getting to know you.
Whatever.
So...
Hey, what do you expect? This is a new relationship for both of you.
I didn't have time to expect anything.
But nothing in your worldly travels ever prepared you for the hardest job you'll ever have.
I am going to be cautious with Tomas.
What is that, the secrets?
Yes, the secrets, and you know what, John? Maybe Tomas and I'll never really connect. You know what? I will always wonder if I don't try, and I don't want to live with regret. You shouldn't either.
Hey, Blair. You're pretty smart. Thanks.
I know things are gonna be awkward. You know, obviously we're both gonna have to see Jessica. And we both have to work with John.
I have to tell him. Face to face. I mean, you shouldn't hear this from someone else. I owe him that much.
I have to log in the rest of the evidence from the room where Gigi was poisoned.
I still can't believe she's gone.
Me neither. Hey. We're doing the right thing. This is gonna be good.
It is gonna be good.
I came here to be alone, so if you don't mind.
Christian, I came here to apologize to you. And I have. I sincerely hope that one day you'll accept my apology and believe that I did value our friendship and all that time we spent together. Maybe in another life.
You should get that. Make sure it's not Mom or Dad.
It's not important. It's not as important as family. Nothing is as important as family.
Should I go after him?
No. Give him time to settle in. Give him his space. Hey, you can't turn into Papa Bear overnight.
Taya, I can't thank you enough for keeping me sane.
Have some faith. It's gonna be all right.
What about you? You're gonna be all right?
This fight with Todd was a bad one. But I love him. I just wish he'd come home so we could have it out, even if it turns into a knockdown, drag-out fight.
I don't like the sound of that.
Well, it's better than the alternative. I know how angry Todd gets when we fight. That misplaced anger has to go somewhere. Who knows what kind of trouble he's getting himself into.
John McBain has been after me for years, and most recently he went after me by going after my son and trying to put him in jail. Right? So now, he doesn't get to have his son.
But I was unaware that Lieutenant McBain had a son.
So is he.
What are you saying?
John McBain has a son he knows nothing about.
John?
I have something to tell you.
I have something to tell you, too.
Natalie didn't have another man's baby. She had John's.